Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to try and quickly film this before the light completely goes. It's going quick, so I'm going to keep it short and snappy. I've been wanting to film a video about my current planner setup for a while. You may have seen it on Instagram that I've been using a traveller's notebook but with a bullet journal like system inside it. And I moved over to this from my Filofax because I was suffering from back problems, and I was walking down to the Central Library multiple times a week, and I just found that carrying my Filofax and a notebook for work was too much for me to carry every day, so I decided to downsize. I had this in my collection already. The person who made it, I don't know if you can hear that, but birds like yowling. Hang on. Okay, so I now have a cat with me. But yeah, it was too much to carry in to work, so I had this one already in my collection. I bought it. It's a second item. It isn't perfect, but it was my first traveller's notebook, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on my first one, so I got this one. I don't think the person who made it still makes them. If they do, I will link them down below. But I basically decided that I wanted to combine my work notebook, my shop notebook, my blog notebook, and my personal planner all into one book. And I've been watching a lot of bullet journal videos, and I really liked the idea of bullet journaling, but I didn't like that a book only lasted a certain amount of time, that elements of that book I would then have to copy out repeatedly into other books because I would need them with me. So I sort of decided that this would be a better system for me. So I'll quickly show you what notebooks I have in here, and then I will show you how I have things laid out. So a traveller's notebook, in case you don't know and have never used one before, is actually a notebook cover. And it works by having, it's one piece of material that goes over your notebooks, and then it has elastics fed through into the centre of the inside, and those elastics, you loop books around them to hold them in. So you can hold however many books in your traveller's notebook as there are elastics on the inside. So mine has 4 elastics on the inside, so it's 2 pieces of elastic wrapped around, so it makes 4 loops. But I actually have 5 notebooks in here because I have more than one tucked into one elastic. But I have 5 notebooks. So to quickly show you which they are, the letter there has got a bit damaged. So the first notebook I have in here is my work notebook, and this is all of my work related things combined into one notebook, and I keep this exclusively for work. Work things don't go in any of the other notebooks except for in my, say, monthly calendar if I know I need to be somewhere on a certain day so that I don't forget. But I keep that just for work, and when I'm at work I tend to take this notebook out and just use it while I'm there, carry it around, write in it, and I don't have to worry then about having multiple notebooks with me at once. I just have this one notebook that I take out of this traveller's notebook cover and have it on my desk. The rest of this I have sat to the side just in case I need it. So that's my work notebook. Next I have my personal notebook, and this is what I consider to be the main bulk of my bullet journal. So my monthly, weekly spreads, to-dos all go into this personal notebook. Next I have my shop notebook, and this just has shop ideas, product ideas, things I'm working on, statistics for my shop all go in here. Tucked within that shop notebook I have a Doodle Notebook, and this is just a notebook that I made from Bristol board, which is my preferred paper for all of my designs for my shop. and I just wanted to have some with me that I could carry around, so I took that within the shop notebook. And then finally I have my blog notebook, and this again has statistics, podcast notes, ideas for posts and things all go in that notebook. So the way that I see this as being like a bullet journal is that I have, if we exclude my work notebook because that's completely separate, it's just for my 9 to 5. So I have all of my, so for my personal one I have the key that I use across all of the notebooks here on a sticky note. I've called it contents, but this is my index for this one, and in this one I have general brain dump ideas page. I have my future log, I have my month page, my month to do, and then I have my weekly pages. So, and then I have a wish list, so anything that is personal related, my to-do list every day, appointments that I have, all go in this personal insert. And this is working really well for me. I haven't actually filled out today yet because I've only just got home, but I just find that having all of this stuff, that I'm going to go through this notebook a lot quicker than any of the other notebooks. So having it in one insert that I can take out and replace, and not having important things to do with my business and to do with my blog in this one notebook where I will feel like I'm constantly copying it out, I just find it helps keep me organised. So personal in that one. My shop notebook, I'm calling these notebooks, but they're often called inserts. If you're looking to find one to buy, they're called Traveller's Notebook inserts, and I use dot grid paper in these. So my shop insert, I have my index. I haven't got the key in here because I have it in the other one and I sort of know it, so I don't need to repeat it. But I have my index, I have my big goals, so this is my what I'm aiming for, and I do it in 6 monthly chunks, so I have my 6-month goals. I have a bit of a brainstorm, I have my statistics, then I have a page for card ideas, sticker ideas, pin ideas, which again a bit of a sneak peek there of things that are coming, and notebook ideas. I'm also looking to start making stationery. I've got Blogtacular expenses and plans, so this is a spread for, I'm going to Blogtacular in June. I'm very excited about that. And then I've got lots and lots of blank pages, so I've got plenty of room in here to keep adding ideas, to keep adding anything that I need to make a note of to do with my shop, and I'm not going to, this book isn't going to run out too quickly, so I'm envisioning that this notebook will probably only last me about 3 months. So I don't want to, every 3 months, have to copy out my stats tracker, which is actually laid out for a whole year. And I don't want to, in 3 months, 3 months from me starting this notebook, I won't have got to Blogtacular yet. So I need those Blogtacular plans and expenses in a notebook that's going to stay in here. So yeah. Then I have my little Doodle Notebook, which I've not got anything in yet. And then I have my blog notebook. And in this one I have important things. I often stick sticky notes around with random things that I've made a note of on. But I've got my index. I have a manifesto that I've not filled out yet. I've got blog post ideas, YouTube ideas, random brainstorming page, another statistics tracker, which is again this is actually for over a year. And then I've got my rhubarb and custard meringue pie recipe, which I've actually just printed off on my Polaroid zip, a picture to stick down there. I've got Blogtacular podcast notes, rhubarb shortbread, which that's the other one that's going there, notes on my redesign, pro blogger podcast notes, #authentic podcast notes, smart passive income podcast notes. I listen to a lot of podcasts and I make a lot of notes, and they will be relevant for many months to come. They're not just going to be relevant for the 3 to 6 months that my main insert is going to last. So it was important to me to have those in a separate insert /notebook. So I suppose in a way, if you were to think of traditional bullet journaling, these books on the right hand side here, the shop and the blog books, they're my collections, so to speak. So's my work one, really. It's a collection of things that are all together, and instead of having them spread across a notebook, and instead of having to move them into another notebook when I need them, they're all together, and they will last me for quite a long time, because there's something like 80 pages in each of those notebooks. Whereas my personal one won't last me as long. So I hope that made sense. I tried to keep it nice and succinct. The inserts that I'm actually using here, I made myself. I wanted really high quality dot grid paper, which I printed myself onto 120 GSM paper and then covered in card. This one's not very neat. That was the first one I'd done, and these ones are all much neater because I got a bit more practice, and I just stitched these together. If you'd be interested to know what my how I made these, then do let me know, because I would be happy to make a video. I'll try and link down below. I did recently ask on a planner group that I'm in. It's called UK Planner Addicts. It's fantastic, and I did ask on there if anyone made dot grid high quality paper inserts, so I will link the makers that they mentioned down below, and I'll try and link anything else that I think might be important. I use a combination of Tombow markers, brush markers, and Crayola super tips, and also their Pipsqueaks chunky pens to do the colour on each of my pages. I really like doing, let me get to a weekly spread, I really like to write the day of the week in a pretty colour, and then I coordinate appointments with a sticker from my colour collection, and I also use the colour as the bullet for each day because I think that's really pretty too. So I'll link everything down below. I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, do put them in the comments down below, and I will try my best to answer them or locate where you can get things. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like. I am hoping to get a few more planner videos out, a few more Etsy shop process videos. I am hoping to share some of my artwork. I have just taken on the 100 days project, and my project is going to be 100 days of getting my art on, I think I called it. I tend to fall into habits where I don't create for a little while, and I really want to. That's part of why I've put a little doodle notebook in here, so that I can really get to creating a bit more, being a bit more artistic more often, because it's part of my sort of me time self-care routine to do that, and it's one of the first things that falls by the wayside when I'm feeling a bit stressed, and my day job is quite stressful at the moment. So hopefully I will be sharing some of that too. Do follow me on Instagram as well. I will link that down below. And yeah, I think that's everything. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you soon. We beat the sun setting, which is fantastic. I am so looking forward to summer when it will not really be an issue anymore. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!